Hello, I'm Peril, and welcome to Freelancer. Freelancer is another of my favourite games from when I was growing up. I played it a lot with mods over 10 years ago now, and I wanted to give it another whirl. Freelancer is a space sim from 2003 from the minds that are now working on Star Citizen, which might exist someday. You mostly go around in fighter ships with a fairly linear story campaign, which has some free flight sections as well as an open post-game. I went through a great deal of fun getting it to work again. Windows 10 doesn't even support the stuff used to run it from the disk anymore, and the game doesn't natively support widescreen because it's from 2003. As such, I'm using a mod called the Freelancer HD Edition, and I've got to say I am extremely thankful to the people there for making this and the help they've given me along the way. HD Edition is focused around revitalizing the vanilla experience by updating textures, going through various bug fixes, and adding support for things like widescreen. You can find a link to it down in the description. That said, I'm using a version of the mod that isn't completely up to date, so there are some bugs still, such as a lighting issue that will come up later that there is a fix for already, but I didn't apply, so that's on me. So, I've rambled on enough. I won't show the cinematic that plays when you first start the game because that's just some backstory and you can find upscaled versions of it online. I hope you enjoy this as much as I did.
Roger that. All systems show green. SA-14, you're cleared for departure.
Acknowledge Freeport 7. We'll see you in about 2 weeks.
SA-14, we're picking up unknown contacts on long-range sensors. We're dispatching a fighter wing to escort you out of the system. Godspeed.
Navy Command, this is Freeport 7. We're picking up some strange readings on the long-range sensors.
Unknown ships have breached the defense perimeter. Man off station!
President Jacoby has asked the LSF to investigate the sudden destruction of Freeport 7. No word yet on whether it was accidental or a deliberate attack. The first handful of survivors arrived on Manhattan this morning.
We're here for medical. Is there anyone seriously injured?
One. Inside. Make sure he lives. He owes me some credits.
Your concern is touching. We'll do everything we can. It may take a while.
Officially, the Liberty Security Force maintains there is no proof Freeport 7's destruction was deliberate, but sources inside the LSF say they suspect the dangerous criminal organization, the Order. We will keep you up to date as the story develops.
It's such old sci-fi that everyone has to smoke for reasons, because that was still a big thing back then. First port of call, go to bar, look for job. Because that's where you go when you're looking for a job, you go to a bar. And just hope for the best.
A Sidewinder Fang.
All we have is Liberty Ale, friend.
Fine.
Her name's Junko Zane. She's a tough one.
Oh, why's that?
She's LSF. All business. If it's a job you're wanting, that is. On the other hand, if you're looking for something more...
Well, the only thing I'm looking for right now is this drink.
I know you.
No, I don't think so.
The news. I saw your face on the news. You're one of the Freeport 7 survivors, aren't you?
Yeah.
I heard it was pretty bad out there. You know, you're lucky to be alive.
Huh.
This one's on me, friend. It's the good stuff.
Why?
Because it's not every day a man has the chance to start again, huh? To your good fortune and liberty, sir.
Well, it can't get any worse. Thanks.
So yes, this is Trent. He's our main character for this game, and he is our titular freelancer.
I understand what you're saying, but I don't have nearly enough people.
Junie, the environment has changed. Well, with groups like the Order taking more and more liberties, indeed now threatening our profits, some in the government feel that we need to increase our patrols in these areas.
You Junko Zane?
Yes?
I believe you have business to discuss.
Wait!
I will leave this matter in your capable hands.
Sorry. The bartender said you work for the Liberty Security Force.
And who do you work for, Mr.
Trent. I work for myself.
What kind of ship do you have?
I lost mine. On Freeport 7.
I see. Are you staying in Liberty long?
I've got a friend who was injured in the attack. He's in medical. I'll be staying at least until he's released.
Well, as it happens, I could use a good freelancer, Mr. Trent. I'll be in the equipment room later. You can meet me there. Oh, and if we are gonna work together, call me Junie.
Most planets and most stations have the same 5 tabs on them. You've got the landing pad where we started earlier, the bar, the commodity trader where they sell various things for trading, which I can't buy right now. I could, actually. I don't have a ship to buy anything, but oh well. The equipment dealer where we've got to go now, and the ship dealer where you can buy new ships and so on. However, I've only got 500 credits and therefore can't afford anything. And also apparently I'm not a high enough level, because I am level 0.
Hello?
I'm pleased to see you. Are you ready to work for the LSF, Mr. Trent?
It's just Trent. And yeah, I'm here to see what you have to offer.
Well, I found this ship for you. It's very basic, and you won't have jump access yet, but this should be good enough for now. This assignment will be easy. All you have to do is babysit a convoy of food and medical supplies. You'll be hooking up with the escort CO King. I'll tell him to expect you. That is, of course, if you're interested.
Now the thing is, apparently I can decline this. I've never pressed decline here before, and I'm not going to do it now either, but still apparently you can. Escort food of medical and food supplies from Fort Bush to the mining colony on planet Pittsburgh. The mission's commanding officer, Michael King, is waiting to rendezvous in space near the Manhattan docking ring. The LSF Intel has classified this mission as low risk. Pirate attacks are considered possible.
Sounds good. I'm in.
Good, better get going. I'll have your ship moved immediately. All you'll have to do is go to the landing pad and launch. King will be waiting for you near the docking ring in space, okay? I'll see you when you get back.
Thanks.
And there's some basic controls, which I definitely needed to know, yes. I didn't already know them, not at all, no. So yes, I want to go into the commodity trader. So yes, I didn't say this before, but I've played this game quite a few times, but I'm going to make it my mission to do things that I haven't really done before, like use ships I haven't used before and so on, because there's quite a few that I just haven't touched before, and I want to see what happens. So I'm going to buy that because I'm metagaming a bit, and I know that water sells quite well where the next place where I'm docking is. Yes, just met, essentially, police operative of some kind. Told them I was a refugee, and they gave me a gun. Don't question the logic. Now we shall get into it. The actual meat of the game.
must be Trent. I'm King, the CO of this mission. I contacted the lead transport of the convoy. They've completed pre-launch checks and are ready to go. Should be an easy run from here to Fort Bush, and then on to Pittsburgh. Ready?
It's good to meet you, King. Is that a Rhineland cruiser?
That's the Donau, Admiral Schultzky's flagship. He's visiting Manhattan to attend a high-level meeting with President Jacoby. Keep your distance.
Newark Station, this is RNC Donau, requesting clearance to dock with your station. Over.
Affirmative, Donau. You are cleared for docking point 6. Liberty welcomes you and Admiral Schultzky. Donau, be advised, we're picking up unknown contacts. Advise caution.
Understood, Newark. All escorts, power up weapons.
Affirmative. Ready to engage.
Roger. Tracking incoming ships.
Unidentified ships. This is Newark Station. You are entering restricted space. Alter course at once or we will open fire.
You cannot interfere. We're here to protect the president. Schultzky's a traitor.
Red alert. The Donau is hit. Launch all rescue and defensive units. All other fighters engage enemy ships. Oh my god.
But this is very much a tutorial type fight because I think no matter what I do here, these enemy ships won't actually shoot at me.
Damn it! They blew up the Donau! Newark, this is LSF Patrol Gamma 6. Engaging enemy. Confirmed, Gamma 6. Targeting all enemy ships. Trent, we can't let them get away. Engage the enemy.
Yeah, they've also got quite a bit more health than normal ships I'd be fighting around this part of the game.
Newark, we need reinforcements.
We need reinforcements, there's 4 of them.
Interceptors are en route. The Colorado and its escort are inbound.
That was the last one, Newark.
Confirmed. No more enemy contacts. We read you. Radar is clear. SAR, report. Did you pick up any survivors?
Negative, Newark. We're continuing our sweep.
To all utility ships in the area, scan for survivors. All other vessels, return to normal duty, but stay alert. Trent, there's nothing more we can do here. The transports are waiting at Fort Bush. I've uploaded a waypoint to your neural net. Just fly toward it. I can't believe it. How did they get this close to Manhattan without being detected? First Freeport 7, and now this. It's getting out of control.
Yes, I have cruise speed,
Alright, we've reached the trade lane.
which disables my weapons, makes me go fast.
Trent, you go first.
And then there's these things, which essentially give you fast travel inside a space
Sequence
system
completed. Lane jump
and
initiated.
make you go fast. I don't know what that
it,
is.
Trent. This is one of the major arteries through Manhattan space.
I have
We're
no
only
idea
taking
what
it as
that
far
is.
as Fort Bush. If we kept going, we'd reach the jump gate to the Colorado system. Transport leader, this is LSF Patrol Gamma 6. We're here to escort you to Pittsburgh, over.
Roger, Gamma 6. This is the USV Brant. Pre-launch checks have been completed.
Trent, take up a position near the transport. Use the formation maneuver to link up with the convoy.
So, rather than an actual forward button in this game, I just have accelerate and decelerate.
Ships are in position and we show green status.
I can turn by holding down the left mouse button or by pressing space, and then that just makes it automatic.
The planetary defense grid was offline and the order managed to break through. They took out the Donau with their first missile salvo. We never had a chance to stop. Looked like the order was determined to keep Schultzky from meeting the president. Hard to believe that this could happen. We better get going.
Let's hope for the best. Several convoys have come under attack in recent weeks. The rogue problem has gotten out of control in this area.
Don't worry, that's why we're here.
Activation sequence completed. Lane jump initiated.
They're leaving me behind in the trade lane.
Looking good
That's
so
just
far.
mean.
Alert! Trade lane disruption detected.
Damn it! Trent, get your weapons ready. This could get rough. There! Rogues! Trent, break and attack! We've got to keep them away until the trade lane comes back up.
Now, I've got a flashing red, well, I had a flashing red icon in the top right, in the top left corner just then. I don't particularly know what that means. It might mean that I'm in an asteroid, well, that I was close to dense asteroids or something like that, I don't know, but it was there. Yes, I also have the 3 bars at the bottom. The top one is weapon energy, which isn't really going down because the weapons I have are quite rubbish. Then there's the shields, which are my first line of defense. And then the actual health, which is, if that's gone, I die.
Last one. We better get out of here before more of them show up.
Couldn't agree more. The trade lane is back up. Let's... Wait! Radar shows new targets. Gamma 6, we have to make a run for it!
We'll cover you. This is gonna be close, but I think we can make it without another fight. Everybody stay on course. Trent, do not engage the pirates. We have to get the convoy out of here.
In regards to...
Re-enter formation.
Yeah, thank you, King.
I can't wait for you.
In regards to things that I haven't done before, something I found out quite recently is that if you stay behind and kill a couple of extra pirates, then you get an extra reward. I played this game for years and I didn't know that was a thing.
Trent, use the trade lane to Pittsburgh. Good luck.
It would help if my guns weren't absolute rubbish. Not that these guys are actually trying to fight me. What have they actually got? Because it feels like they're not even shooting at me. They don't have turrets, otherwise they'd be a lot more difficult because the ships they're using can have a turret on them, but they don't. And turrets in this game can shoot in any direction, as opposed to normal guns which can only fire in an arc in front of you. Let this guy lose all his shields, because I haven't been shooting at him. Okay, that's that done, so now I need to get back into the trade lane before King keeps complaining at me. Because if NPCs keep complaining at you too much, then it just gives you a mission failed because you took too long. And that's just to prevent you from flying off into nowhere in the middle of a mission.
Hey, here's our conquering hero. You had me worried, Trent, but you did well out there. One of those rogues had a bounty on his head. You'll get that as an extra bonus. All right, land on Pittsburgh. I'll meet you on the surface.
Are you gonna tell me what's going on?
Right after we hit the surface. Why don't you go first? Just select the docking rig and hit dock.
Yeah, that extra reward, I had no idea it was there until very recently.
Understood. Your request...
Because I was watching someone use the mod for widescreen stuff to check they actually worked, and they did that. And I had no idea it was there. And I can't skip that landing sequence.
You'll find Pittsburgh to be remarkably unexciting, Trent. That's the mining operation. Not much to look at. A lot of rocks, smoke, and fire. But what it lacks in class, it more than makes up for in cheap drinks. Set your ship down on one of the landing pads over there.
Nice job, Trent. Now I believe I owe you some credits.
Hey, King. Did you know it was gonna get hot out there?
We're not done yet. We're just waiting for the others.
What others?
We've suspected for some time now that the Order has had ties to organized crime and Liberty. They may even be hiding a secret base. I think we're onto something here, and I've called for backup. We could really use you out there, Trent.
All right, but this had better be worth it.
It will be. I promise you. Oh, and, Trent, now that you have a little scratch, I'd look into outfitting that pile of junk you're flying. Try the equipment dealer over there. He always has good deals. I'll see you in space.
But yes, I brought some water with me, so I want to get rid of that. Double the money I spent that on. How much was... How much was the actual bounty? I think it was about 750, because I made 600, I spent 300, so I made 300. I started with 500. Oh yeah, 3,250. So yeah, 750 for that additional bounty.